But guess what? My lunch date's already in the building. Now, I know most of you have always, listened to me with one single date. But I'm super excited and lucky that I have two beautiful ladies in the building. Entrepreneurs, by the way. Hey, there's so much we're going to learn. We're going to chit-chat about everything, anything. So let me let the ladies introduce themselves.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Olive, and we're here today along with my sister Danita. We're young entrepreneurs who just started up. We have a small company that would like to introduce to you, and hopefully you'll be excited alongside us and help us in our growth.
Oh, nice. Now that's Olive. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Olive. Especially the gentlemen, that's Olive.
Hi, I'm Danita, the other half of this pair.
Yes.
Lovely to have you as our date, Corey. Yeah, so like Olive said, we have an interesting, okay, maybe not the most interesting, but it's a business and it makes money. So the point is we have things to take home.
Yeah, and now that you're saying an interesting business, let's dive straight into what is that business? And just give us a little history on the humble beginning about this, beautiful business.
Yeah. Everyone's young at one point. After university, you want to make money. That's the first step. It's like I finished studying. How can I make money?
Yes.
And I was fortunate enough to do my university, even do some work out of the country for a while.
Nice.
And then I returned home during mid-COVID, end of COVID. And, everyone was at home during that time. But then as you go through, we're coming back into normalcy. You start looking for work, and it was really hard. It's employment situations right now.
Yes.
And I didn't like that. So it was more of like, what can I do while I keep looking for work? Because we can't just sit at home. You can't just do nothing. So that was where the thought came from. I sat down with my siblings. Our other one isn't here, unfortunately. But we sat down and we started thinking about what can we do? How can we just supplement our lives and our bank accounts a little while we look for work?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's where we started from.
Yeah.
It was just about do something for ourselves,
And we're broke, man. We're broke. I think we're bottom of the barrel broke, and we had to take something home.
Yes.
So I don't know. These guys have finished uni. I joined, I think, out of fear of missing out, or actually, I just joined for the plot. I have to be frank. I thought, okay, this might be a profitable venture in a few years. I don't want to be that one sibling that's still in the hustle, still in the grind. So I figured I must join by hook or crook. So that's where I found these guys.
Okay, quite interesting. At least you're not left behind. And well, I could say the product is actually called Aprica Soap, right?
Yes.
Okay, what makes Aprica Soap stand out from other bar soaps on the market? Can you tell us more about, the ingredients and the benefits of using your soap? Let me start off with Olive on this one.
Yes. Okay. So Aprica, first of all, the name itself is derived from Africa. While we're looking for a name for our soap, we did a lot of research trying to find something that could feel like home and that could represent us. And Africa has been used in all sorts of ways, just the word. So we really had to delve deep to look for where it was, and one of the original names of Africa was Aprica, just the pronunciation. So we wanted to bring it as close to home as possible. And then our soap, it's lemon scented. We tried to make sure it's a quality bar soap that you don't just use for laundry, but you can use it for bathing if you want to, or hand washing.
Yes.
So it has a very rich foam. It's very foamy, so you don't have to use a lot to get the desired effects. You can use it for a long amount of time. It saves on frequent purchases, and it has a good mild fragrance, so it's not too overpowering, because some people don't like overpowering scents.
Yes.
And we did a lot of testing with, other soap brands as well, trying to see what niche we can meet in the market. And one thing we found is during our testing is we have quite a higher quality in terms of foaming, which also reduces an amount of soap you need to use when washing.
Yes. Well, you didn't give us the ingredients though, or should we say it's a secret?
Oh no, well, it's not really an ingredient, but we can talk about the two most important ones that I recommended in all soaps is the oils, so palm kernel and palm stearin, which they help to balance the other chemicals and make sure they're not harsh on the skin.
Yes.
They are very friendly, so you don't have to worry about it if you're just washing or if you want to use it for bathing.
Yes.
It's okay. We have had feedback from customers as well who have said there are no issues.
I can't believe you didn't bring me one. Like,
we
how
did.
do you
We actually did. Yeah, we can't come to a first date without a gift. That's some ghetto behavior. No,
I'm definitely grabbing.
we
I'm
come with
definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, and just so you know, I've got my bar. I have officially. You know how they always say whenever we're interviewing, we only use the chance to grab, the best. But anyway, they say every single business usually has, those challenges. Can we just dive into a few of those challenges that every startup in most cases will go through? Danita, I think you have already seen a few of these challenges being on board. What are those?
Well, for one, I will just say from the very onset, our first challenge was we had no money. We had no money. So
all startups are like that.
Exactly. So we had to go out and try to finesse money. Luckily, we were in luck that we came upon a generous benefactor that believed in our vision.
Okay.
I don't know if they believed in it, but we were certainly influential. We got it. We got the point across.
Yeah.
Then another thing we faced is a lot of the the raw materials that we utilize tend to not be the most pure. And, we have a vision. Maybe the business we're doing, like the market is already oversaturated.
Yes.
So our point is execution. How do you execute the business in the most dynamic way, in the manner that would actually benefit your clientele? It's a product, it's a customer-centered venture.
Yes.
So the point is to be a customer-centered venture, we have to have the highest quality of raw materials. Now, the oils that we use, Olive already told you that we use palm kernel oil. It's usually ladled with so many impurities. And they also, when you get the good stuff is high priced.
Yes.
I mean, obviously the good stuff is always high priced. But does it have to be? I don't know.
Yes.
So the cost of production ends up shooting up. Of recent, our cost of production has obviously gone up.
Yes.
Actually, everything has gone up this year. It's actually so disappointing.
I know, it's so annoying.
Exactly, you can't go to your favorite restaurant anymore, and they've just casually slipped it in.
Yeah.
So now our bar used to go for 4,500, now it has to go for 5,500 shillings, and that 500 shilling difference is actually a real difference.
And I know how Ugandans can react to that.
Exactly.
Just like a 500.
It's like, why is it not?
I know.
The other
problem.
And I'm Ugandan, so I relate to them. Because every time my favorite restaurant tells me there's a 500 shilling difference. Best believe I'm going home sobbing.
Yes.
I'm going for new options.
Yes.
But we don't want that for our clients.
Okay.
So the point is the quality still remains the same, and guys, we have to bend to the economy. I know it's horrible, but we have to. And of course, we've had irregularities in production.
Okay.
So we're a startup, we're a few people on board. Sometimes there's also the raw materials we would have wanted are not there. So as a result, our frequency in production is a bit, especially in like peak seasons,
Yes.
when people are really purchasing, we might not be able to meet the demand as it ought to. But of course, we're growing. Guys, please still order. Please still order.
Yes.
We're growing, so we're working our way around all these irregularities, but we're getting there. So we've basically resolved to stop buying our raw materials during the high purchase season. That was one of the learning curves that we had to go through.
Yes.
So now we buy in bulk, stock it up, and then we're ready for you guys.
So anyone listening in right now, I know you've given the challenges and you've already given solutions. So anyone who's setting up something, always think outside the box. I'm loving the way you guys are doing it with Aprica Soap. But then again, one of your goals is to create employment for young people. And well, I could say the biggest population for Uganda right now are mostly the young individuals. So how many people have you been able to employ so far? And what impact has this had on their lives? Give us a few stories in there.
Okay. One, I think we're the primary benefactors. We are no longer broke, guys.
Yes.
We're no longer broke. We can go out on the streets with our heads held up high.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a fine. Me, my siblings, my brother and my sister,
Yes.
we're no longer at the bottom of the barrel. Things are looking up, eh? Things are really looking up. Of course, we have two other people on the production line.
Okay.
Olive primarily deals with that, so she can really tell you about it. But we have, bottom line is, guys, as long as you're no longer broke, you have a future. We're even a depression. We have a future now. So
nice. So Olive,
two other guys.
Okay, so basically, like Danita said, it's just the three of us who, during sometimes we don't even have extra hands to help, so it's just us pushing on that production and packaging and everything. But since the end of last year, we were very fortunate enough to get 2 extra people to add to production.
Nice.
Yeah. It's still small, but we're getting there, you know, trying to grow ourselves slowly.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy and proud to say we haven't helped them solve all their issues completely, but at least we've been able to help them subsidize on their spending, their expenses with family and also with school for some who are still doing some short courses on the side. So that has been just really, even for me by myself, encouraging and very uplifting, because I feel like I started this for me because I was like, there's no money.
I know.
And then to be able to have other people join us and just help improve their lives even by 500 shillings.
Yes.
It's not 500 shillings.
It's not 500 shillings. Not, but you know, it's
We
like,
believe in a livable wage.
yeah,
Yes.
so we try and do the best we can, and we're just looking forward to growing more and having more people on board with us.
Well, you mentioned that you produce in small quantities to maintain quality. But how do you ensure that each part of Aprica Soap meets your standards?
Now, that's the one thing we like about doing everything in small quantities for now.
Okay.
Hopefully in future when we grow bigger and we have the technology, we will improve on that. But for now, because we do in small quantities, it helps keeping everything accurate according to our formulas that we have for everything and basically the steps we have for making the soap. So we have accurate measurements. We make sure we pay attention to detail in how everything is mixed, the temperatures at which they have to be mixed, and also in production, doing checks and balances on the quality of the ingredients, and then also on the final soap when it comes out, making sure if we say we're selling white soap, white laundry bar soap, you get white laundry bar soap and not anything else.
Yeah.
And so also making sure if we say it's 1 kilo, it's 1 kilo. So we check all those things. And that's the good thing about doing it in a small capacity now. And I'm just very excited that as we keep growing and improving our technology, we will grow bigger and
And I must say, it's actually healthy. You know, I look at the bar soap and it's thick. It's not giving us the small bites. You know, it's giving us that yes, you have bought it and it's worth it, and it's just quite amazing. But then we're looking at a little bit of market growth and support. So, what plans do you have for expanding Aprica Soap, and how can the public support your vision? Now, this is where I want you to really sell it.
Send money. Just send money. No, actually, just buy the product. But so I'm the one that works in the marketing bit.
Okay.
So what I can say is that for sure we are looking to grow. Let me just put that out there, because some people are, you know, you can become comfortable.
Yes.
We are definitely looking to grow. We're trying to advance our technology. Right now, we're looking at a semi-manual operation system. That's why we are producing at a lower quantity than we would have desired to. So we're trying to figure out a way to advance our technology at a reasonable cost and maintain the quality, and so that we can meet the standards of a wider market.
Yes.
So obviously, guys, the only way we can expand is if you buy our product.
I know.
There's no.
So let's say it's in
all.
all shops and supermarkets.
We're getting there now. Actually, that is one of the things we will talk about going forward, but I'll just put it out now.
Okay.
We've already gone through all the testing stages with UNBS.
Okay.
Yay, we passed.
Thank goodness.
That was one of the things, because, you know, they really have very stringent rules on that, because they want to make sure everything is up to par and nothing is harmful to the skin. And we don't want that.
Yes.
Because if we're going to grow bigger, we need to have a client base that supports us and respects our business and trusts that we will always provide good quality to them.
Yes.
And because of that, thankfully we passed the test. We're just waiting for the UNBS mark. That's the final thing, and then we'll have it in all stores. But we are open for business.
Ooh, nice. I'm loving that.
So you can call us and we will send you the soap. Where do you need it delivered? We will get down on that. Or if we can meet you somewhere and give it to you, we're all there,
It's just 5,000.
Yeah.
Cheapest, like one of the
5,000.
cheapest bars you will buy on the market, and it's high quality.
Okay.
Or you can attest to that.
I know.
It
I
looks
just
well
looked at
nourished.
it.
Exactly.
I have looked at it and like, oh my God, this one is a must-have.
Exactly.
But anyway, to all those listening to us and you want to ask any questions to the ladies who are in studio right now, they, I could say, very, very determined young ladies. And of course, to bring us one of the best soap called Aprica Soap, like Aprica Soap. So if you want it, we're going to be giving you more details later on. But allow me to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're still on the lunch date with Corey and great entrepreneurs. Or I could even start calling them CEOs of Aprica Soap. And we're chit-chatting about their humble beginnings and how they are taking over the world. Already, I am believing it.
Yes.
So all they need you to do is make sure you make your orders. Aprica Soap is available.
Yes.
They are ready to bring the product to your doorstep. Now that makes life even way easy. But then before we left, we were chatting more about, the beginnings, the product, the challenges, employment impact, production quality, market growth and support. But then through all that, there could be someone listening in and they say, but wait, with all this that you have done right now, what could be the best advice to someone out there trying to start up a business just like Aprica Soap?
Okay. Let me just say, just start. You might fail. Actually, can I just say I have a history of hustling?
Yes.
You will fail. More likely than not, you will fail, but just start. It would be really good if you had someone else to start it with.
Yes.
Because usually what I've learned is that maybe it's just a personal thing. Maybe I just don't have the personal drive, but when you have someone who is sort of an accountability partner, it makes it easier for you to actually move because you both have interests and you kind of fear to disappoint another person more than you would yourself. I don't know if it's a personal issue. I might need to see therapy if you're going to therapy, but it's usually easier when you have someone else holding you accountable. So just start and make sure that you actually have a vision that even if it fails, even if you're falling upon hard times, you can actually galvanize behind it. You can actually get behind it and think, I have this thing that I want it to reach somewhere. And try to have some strategies in place. Like I said, the soap industry is not, like, it's an oversaturated thing, but if it's more of execution, ideas aren't the newest. You would be hard pressed to find a new idea with the stage we're at in our existence. But execution usually sets you apart. So figure out what exactly your UVP is, maybe your unique value proposition. What exactly would set you apart in the market? And figure that out from the very onset, and you would be good to go.
Well, I love the way you've given that one. Honestly, anyone who wants to start something, you have to begin. It all begins with you. But then as you're starting this business, you have talked about family here. And truth be told, I could say it's not easy working with siblings. How are you people doing it? Like, how are you handling Olive, and how is Olive handling Danita?
God's grace.
I love the way you said it. It's not easy.
To God, because like you said, already, that's why a lot of people say never start a business with family. Always start it with a stranger.
Yes.
Because sometimes you end up having varying ideas, and then there's that whole back and forth and clashing, and it's like, oh my goodness, how do we get back?
Yes.
But we just go to God. I'm not the problem here.
Really?
I refuse to be marked as the problem.
No one is the problem, but there's a lot of clashing, so it's just about how we treat each other. And
I think remembering that in the end you're still siblings.
Exactly.
Like, you're still gonna have to go
blood
back.
is thicker.
Yes,
Exactly.
blood is thicker than water. People will say that sometimes it can be diluted, but talk to God. God will keep that blood thick.
Yes. I love the way you actually say that. And now, actually, I remember when you were giving us your background, you said you also studied abroad.
Yes.
You were not just Uganda, but also abroad. And I could say you're giving us you're tapping into, abroad and Uganda. And you also have a background of ICT and business, from Ford's University. So how have you applied your academic knowledge to innovate and drive efficiency in your soap production business? Because most times we go to school, but then most will say, oh, whatever we studied, we've never applied. But what have you applied, Olive?
Okay. So this is now where we break it down.
Yes.
I did a double major in ICT and also in business.
Yes.
So I'm very thankful that has given me at least some leeway to do a lot.
Yes.
So from the business side, that wasn't my strongest point, but, getting to talk to people who are in business and helping them guide us was a good part. So they're just helping us set up the business and using that knowledge in accounting and all that to try and get our money right, because if you lose track of the money, that's a very, very hard part. And then in terms of the IT, the technology, just researching the technologies we can use in the future and even now, how to do the testing, how to, pick and nitpick when we're looking at qualities and all that, because we can also do the research online, even if we're going out to buyers, just to give ourselves like sort of like a baseline of what kind of quality does the market expect, and then how can we raise that quality and that standard for ourselves as business. And then also in that, what we're working on now, the social media, the website, trying to give people more forums for communication with us.
Yes.
Because right now it's just on WhatsApp. We'll give you that number later as well in our email.
Yes.
But then we'll also have the social media set up and just trying to get our marketing right. So trying to use everything I have learned that I was grateful to get.
Yes.
To push us out there.
You are a very good student.
Yeah, and can I just say that it's really helped that she has a background in data analysis, because I think one of the mistakes a lot of businesses face is failing to keep track of all your data, whether it's qualitative or quantitative data. So everything, including all ourselves, we have a central system, and even the feedback we get, because we make it a point to at least do a sampling. We'll reach out to a client, ask them exactly how, like we plan on doing with you. Ask them exactly how the bar performed, what if they faced any issues. Did it? We want it to be of a certain standard. So we have data. We have data processing systems or data analysis systems in place that really, really go a long way. So we know everything that goes in and everything that comes out in a very, very systematic manner.
Well, if Aprica Soap had a scent that describes a personality, what would it be?
A personality. A personality. Okay, so I don't know if you guys watch Teletubbies.
Yes.
I'm gonna go a bit off, but say there's the sun in Teletubbies that rays up. I don't know, she just, I'm looking at Aprica and I'm saying, oh my god, she's so happy, and every time she was just rising in the morning, and you just felt joy every time you saw. I don't know, I thought Teletubbies was creepy, but the sun really stuck out to me.
Actually, that brings a lot to my mind. It's like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
You know, you want to have that excitement in your product. And I feel like that sun actually properly describes the way at least we feel about our product, because it's like, we use it at home. It's the only soap we use now.
Well, if you could have dinner with any entrepreneur, dead or alive, who would it be right now? Olive.
Wow. Honestly, because just based on IT alone, it's always been Steve Jobs. Just because you look at the way, even the history of his company, he started the company, he was kicked out of the company was failing, he was called back in.
Yeah.
And it's like, can you explain to me how you built that up by yourself? Yes, you had a partner, you had a friend who you were working with, but how were you able to stay on track even through all the failures, all the downs? How did you come back up? What strategies did you look into?
Yes.
Or who did you talk to? How did you talk to people to get them to notice your idea, to get them to support your idea, even when a lot of people probably didn't believe?
Yes.
Just how did you tap into that? How did you tap into the market and reach out to the people?
Okay, so what has been the funniest or most unexpected feedback that you have received about Aprica Soap? Danita.
Wow, the funniest or the most unexpected feedback. I would say it would probably be from me before I joined the business. So I have to be frank. I'm not really a hand washing person.
Yes.
Never have been. Never will. Okay. Yeah, and you guys never will be. But these guys told me, dear Data, try the soap. And as their guinea pig, as the youngest sibling, you are typically the guinea pig.
Yes.
So I said, okay, I'm just going to try the soap. And I kind of get these buns and everything.
Yes.
So I told these guys, guys, it's the first time it has happened. And I remember distinctly telling them, guys, for sure, you might be getting me into the hand washing market. They haven't, but they might.
Yes.
Bottom line is, it's a quality bar soap. It's a quality bar soap. I think we've had some questionable feedback being received, but I'm not sure that I want to delve into it right now. So we shall go with that one.
Okay, if you had to sell Aprica Soap in just 5 words, what would it be, Olive?
5 words.
Just 5 words. Let's imagine you're in an elevator right now, and you have met our boss, Sudhir.
Yes.
Just imagine, and you just have 5 words to say. Elevator.
I'm so glad she's not doing this. I'm so glad.
You know, it's like it's right on the spot. But I think I would say, do you want a fresh scent? It's going to probably be more than 5 words, but the 5 words will be in there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Do you want a fresh scent every day? Do you want versatile soap that you can use for any and everything?
Okay.
And do you just want to spend? Okay, he probably doesn't worry about money.
Yes, of course.
But do you want to, you know, get bang for your buck? It's like, do you want to be able to know that I bought soap?
Yes.
And I'm using it and I don't have to buy more anytime soon because it's last? Do you want long-lasting soap?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'd say. And then now how to put it together. It's like fresh, long-lasting, alive.
Because alive.
Yes, it does have a life. It's like, do you want to feel like you're benefiting?
Yes.
And it's versatile, like fresh, versatile, long-lasting soap.
Well, what's the most unusual place that someone has told you that they have actually used your soap? Let's send that to Danita.
Shame. I'm like getting the weird questions at this point.
Yes.
Let's see. What was the most unusual place someone is? Ish, Ollie. No, we must tag team on this one. We must tag team. We can't.
I'm really trying to think, actually.
But then again, would they really tell us?
Oh, yeah.
Would they really tell us?
Oh, you have not met some clients.
I haven't. Oh, you know what?
No, we haven't been told that, but the one feedback I got, which was really, really very nice, but also hilarious in a way, one of our clients bought 5 boxes of soap, which was like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
And then he was like, this is for life. I will use it for everything.
Nice.
Even if I run out of money, at least I know I have soap in the house.
Nice.
So I was like, first of all, you're just like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then it's like, okay, someone's prepared.
Wait, it was a one-time purchase.
So, well, can we talk about the motivation? What motivates you guys every single day? Let's just say this morning you woke up and just said, you know what, Aprica Soap, we got this. We can do it. What are some of those motivation things that keep you guys going?
Stability. Yeah. We want to have a stable life. The sad thing right now is, as the youth, life's hard. There's no work, you guys. It's really, really hard. Even if you apply, you're lucky if you get a call back or if you're even able to go for an interview.
Yes.
So I think our biggest motivation every day is just stability, being able to know that we have something, even if it's not a lot, it's something that is ours.
Yes.
And then being able to plan for the future, because that's hard if you don't have where to go.
Well, we are celebrating women. It's a Women's Week.
Yeah.
So let's talk about women just a little bit. As female entrepreneurs in Uganda, what unique challenges do you think every single woman for a minute as a Ugandan probably faces? And how do you see the roles that you people have had already, or the role of women evolving in Uganda as entrepreneurs?
Can I just say, okay, I would like to study from an experienced best, on an experienced best level. I don't think there has been any particular experience that we have faced that is distinct to women. Yeah, we're all facing the shagay, like the international cake.
I know.
We're all going to get our bite to it all.
Yeah.
So everything from, lack of money to another lack of money to everything that we're faced is something that is universal.
Yes.
But I will say that obviously there's so many challenges women face. We're extremely privileged, let me just put that out there, to first of all be born in a more urban area, to have the education experience that we have, to have the marketing, really Olive is our go-to expert. She's actually the one that studied these things.
Yes.
So education is something that goes a long way, but not everyone has this. No one knows, hey, that to start a business, maybe the best thing you ought to have, and someone told me this as we're starting, is just have your UVP. Everything else can fall, but have your UVP. Like, what is your unique value proposition? What are you bringing that is distinct to yourself in the market? And make sure that you're executing it in a way that is, really, really something that you would be able to get behind. Okay. Not everyone has been told this. So I think getting legitimate advice and getting someone who actually cares about whether or not you thrive or not is something that people are not getting, but also I think it's something that maybe more women are not getting.
Yes.
Obviously in the education aspect, more women are definitely not getting that in the country. And so It's a whole plethora of things, but I will just say that we're extremely privileged and find someone who actually cares about you and is good at business and would give you great advice.
Well, Olive, what's the future? Aprica Soap, where do you see it? Let's just say by the end of this December, where do you think Aprica Soap is going to be? I've taken you this close because, they always say little tiny steps.
No, that's
so let's just say the end of December.
Because if you tell me the future in general, I have a lot of plans.
Okay.
But we can't cover that all. But by December, we expect to grow production, obviously, to go from, because now we're at 300 bars.
Nice.
Let's go to 500. Let's go to 1,000. Why not?
Yes.
If we have the capacity, if we have the labor, and if we have the machines. So we're just looking on purchasing a more automated machine, a more automated system, even if it's not for the full production, at least getting us from bars to packaging to box. If we can do that, even if the rest is still hand done by individuals, but if we can get at least half of the process automated, I would be the happiest.
Wow.
So for me, it's just December can't come soon enough because I have so much that I want to see Aprica, and I want to see people talking about Aprica, and you hear people talking about Aprica being like, I use Aprica.
Yes.
It's good, that kind of feedback. Any kind of feedback, guys, is just, it's encouragement.
Yes.
If you feel there's something off, please let us know, because that is all encouragement, and it keeps us working hard, because our brother who is not here is the chemist of the family. So he will take it in and he will look at those recipes, those formulas, and he will work on it to make sure we always give you quality, high-level soap.
Okay, if Aprica Soap could collaborate with a celebrity for anything, just to push Aprica to a different level, what celebrity are we looking at? Let's focus in Uganda here.
Oh, damn. I had gone to Kim Kardashian. Oh, damn, Uganda.
Yeah, let's give it Uganda.
I must confess, I'm not very familiar with Ugandan celebrities.
Okay,
but, oh, you are?
No, not like in a bad way, but school's hard. You don't have time for social media.
So you want to say if I went through your phones right now, I wouldn't get any Ugandan song?
You would. You would. Oh, what about you? You look very honest. You look unsure.
Honestly, like growing up, I think it was the people I listened to. This is going to show you how old I am, guys.
Okay.
Cover your ears or pretend you didn't hear, but like Blue 3, Navio, those were my people. And then you go to uni and it's like, you go to uni and it's like, books. So there's really no time. Don't even ask me about international celebrities. So there is no disparity in between.
So let's say we're already calling Navio, so we're calling the Blue 3. So we want these guys to come on board. We want to send and push Aprica to the world. They're always listening to the show. You never know. We just sent in something.
I hope so. That would be interesting.
And they show up. And they could even do it for free. You have no idea.
Of course, people are generous. And it's Lent. It's Lent. It's Ramadan. This is the time. Jesus is watching.
Freely and willingly.
Okay. So looking through WhatsApp, someone was asking, how do I get those guys? I really need Aprica. So how do I get a bar? Or how do I get to buy Aprica Soap?
Okay. For right now, I can give you some numbers for WhatsApp, and then we have an Instagram which is being set up.
Yes. No, it's being set up right now.
Yeah.
We just remembered us.
So we have two numbers: 07802 59343. You can call us on that number, and then for WhatsApp.
Slow it down.
Yes. Okay. 0780 25 9343 and then 0780 614 290. You can reach us on those two numbers, 0780 614 290 for WhatsApp. Call, text, WhatsApp, and we'll get to you.
Okay, last remarks to the listeners.
Oh, last remarks.
Yes.
Oh, this is the first time I've been asked to give last remarks in my life. Oh,
okay.
Last remarks. Let's see. Oh, guys, it's okay. Tomorrow will come. It's supposed to come out tomorrow.
Danita, really?
No, this is I'm going to my motivational speaker era, and I think I'm just starting off. It's just, tomorrow will come. Today is just today. Seize the day, but seize the right day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think this is like a good motivation.
Well, Olive, let's just imagine. Finally, if Aprica Soap was a song, what song would I dedicate to your clients right now? Because I know they'll be like, oh, we bought the soap, we've used the soap, we're ready to, give you more.
Has to be so
more money. So what song should we say or dedicate?
So let's go Sauti Soul to Jangalie.
Oh, okay. I'll be playing that one in a bit. But ladies, thanks for coming through. I can't wait to have this conversation again next year.
I look forward
because
to
you know why? I think it's going to be better, and it's going to be, I don't know, I could be the one looking for you and not you looking for me.
Hey,
Hurry,
we're here, we're open, call us.
Well, let's go ahead, take another one, but anyway, I see my time is up, so let's just say our bye-byes, make more money, and we shall have some sawuti in a bit.